Well, hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of Ladies Listen Up with my co-host, Mr. Cherrard. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. But you know what I keep forgetting? I keep forgetting to say like, share, and subscribe. Share this information with somebody else. I promise you, there's some stuff today that we're going to talk about that you're going to want to share.
Let me find it again.
We are not on the tennis court or the racquetball court. We are in the music studio today, and we're listening to some Al Green, some love and happiness. Y'all missed it. I just heard a couple, Gerard be a model. She can sing, y'all.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I couldn't hold a note if it had a handle.
We are talking about love, trust, and respect today.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, the mic is in your, I can't say court. See, I don't know what to say when I say the mic or change the fields okay, so the mic is on your side. How about that?
Okay, we can roll with that. All right. We're going to start out with a question I got off Facebook. And it says, question, I was snooping through my husband's phone and I saw a conversation between him and his brother about a secret baby the brother may be having outside of his marriage. So I sent a screenshot of the text to his wife. Now my husband has said he lost all trust and respect for me. What should I do? I mean, it's easy. This podcast could be over in like 3 seconds.
Well, maybe she should have asked that question before she snapshotted that and sent it on over to it's somebody else's business that wasn't her business. Man. Because something that I believe wholeheartedly is that when your significant other is stepping out, you have some type of inkling. I think you start to get, I don't think anybody is that clever that you can't tell, because we have an instinct about ourselves. And when you're really close with somebody, and it depends on too, I think, where you start, because if you're really close with somebody and y'all sharing everything and you're talking and you're building together or whatever, something is going to be off. Even when like you can walk into the room with your husband or wife's or significant other in the room and you can feel it. And I'm saying that from experience. You can feel it. There's a different type of people move differently when they're, what is it, like the cat that takes that eats the fish out the pool, out the bowl, and the person come in. Yeah, I ain't do it.
But
it's all right. It's on tail hanging out your mouth. It's all over your face. So
let's say it's written all over your face.
It's written all over your face. So I think going back to that post, I think you asked the question too late, because and some things there's just no. What is the point of no return?
Yeah, it's no. I don't think you can honestly rebound from this, because from a man's standpoint, there's 2 violations. Actually, there's more, but the first one is you didn't trust me, so you went through my phone trying to find something actually on me, so you didn't trust me. Mm-hmm. So that's 1. 2, you took a conversation you were not privy to. You took a conversation that you were not involved with, and you didn't have the what do you call it? The permission to share. Mm-hmm. And you sent that to his wife, mm-hmm. right? And the thing is, they said it may be his. We don't know if the child is his or not. We do know, obviously, he was messing around with somebody else in order for this to even be a question. But mm-hmm. the point is, the wife doesn't know. So I'm looking at a scenario where the wife she might be pissed for a while, but she may forgive him. Exactly. Now that leaves you out in the cold, especially with the family now, because what's going to happen now is every time they come family gatherings and this and that and the other, you try to disrupt the marriage. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Instead of going to your husband first, first of all, you shouldn't have went through his phone, but you should have at least went to your husband like, hey, I went through your phone and I see, that don't even sound right saying it.
And the other crazy part is that she. I mean, you can't even tell. Well, first of all, how did she think that he wasn't gonna? I mean, he gonna find out because you didn't. I mean, this man gonna tell her husband on what you did. I mean, because you just messed up everything. You did that. She did that, so she has to own responsibility for that.
She sent the text messages to the wife, though. I mean,
right? But I'm saying that husband is gonna let your husband know because of all the other dynamics. Because ain't nobody saving you at this point. You just done messed up all over. And I'm trying to understand, what is your motivation for doing that? Why would you do it?
Yeah, know, for me, it should have been. For me, it should have been. She should have been like, okay, I see that my husband is not stepping out. Whew, and just leave it alone. Right. And just walk away from it. Right. Now it's like you going through. And what she was probably going through, the brother and the husband's conversation was to find out if they're talking about women, that he may be involved with, the husband may be involved in. And she just found out about the brother. So,
but see, this is the other thing too, and I don't know, maybe I'm different, but this is me. If when you come together with somebody, your life should be full, and his life is full. So I'm trying to figure out or wrap my hand around, when do you have time to idly sit down and start investigating? You've made this commitment with this person. It's your husband. So, is there something that, and if there's something that he's done out of pocket or whatever, then why aren't you just coming to him and saying, look, this is this? Because sometimes you can make up these things in your head because of your own stuff. You're making up these things in your head and you're not talking about it. You're not getting it out. So now you didn't make this whole long ago affair that he didn't had, and he, could just be tired and need some alone time. It's just some crazy things that miscommunication, no communication, lack of trust that it causes.
The only thing I can say is she better just grab her little gym bag, throw her little panties and bras.
And you done reduced her to a gym bag, man. Not even a set of luggage. All you get is your gym bag.
Orange Juice Jones is like, give me back my alligator skin coat.
Oh, Cherrard, we about to take back all the stuff now. We about to take it all back.
Get out of here, man.
Guess what?
The panties and bras you can have.
But guess what? Guess what we back to? We're back to interrogation. Know who you're marrying.
But you know what? But that's crazy. This is crazy though. I mean, because she literally, I don't know. Maybe she felt a certain kind of way that her husband was moving differently or something. But it's still, okay. Here's an interesting one. Now, when it was posted, I read some of the comments, and for the majority of people said she was dead wrong. She should not have done it, especially sending that stuff to the brother-in-law's wife. That was a total violation. But there's always one sister before Mr. That's going to just stick with the program no matter if the person is right or wrong. So she flipped it on the husband and says, well, what was he doing talking to her brother about something and not telling her about it? He's keeping secrets. I'm like, I start scratching my head like, what? Hold on, wait a minute. That's a conversation with his brother. That's a conversation, like if you got a conversation with your sister, I don't want to be around that. I don't really want to even know what y'all talking about. Don't care.
Right. That's what his right. I don't know. You got me all stuck right now because I'm just trying to understand. Like I said before, people make things complicated. People make it complicated because, if we just learn how to communicate with each other, just learn how to talk. This is bothering me. Let's talk about it. And then actually that'll give you your answer depending on the response. If the response is pushing it all back onto you, then now you got cause for there's some issue there. If your communication is off, because you're pushing everything back on me, and I clearly am not crazy. I clearly know that it's something different. I clearly know that, whatever it is that caused you to feel like things are off balance. talk about it. Simple as that. Come and talk about it. And if you don't like the answer, keep talking about it. If you don't like the answer, you think it's a lie, ask again. Ask it again at a different time and see what answer you get. I mean, there's ways to know. I mean, why I don't know. Because sometimes they say, what they say, if you go snooping and you go snooping looking for crap, you're going to find crap.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. You know, a lot of times, and I firmly believe this, whatever you put the most energy into the most, you will manifest in your life. So if you feel like somebody's cheating on you, you know, and from a spiritual level, I believe that people are responsible for a lot of the cheating. You know, I'm not going to say they're 100% responsible for it, but when you're constantly thinking about this is the scenario, this person cheating, this person cheating, this person cheating, hey, the universe says, hey, I'm going to give you what you asked for. And this is what you got right here. You know, hey, asking ye shall receive. You want a cheating husband or a wife? Boom. Because this is what you think about all day. This is what you know, because any one of these spiritual gurus will tell you, if you want to manifest prosperity in your life, think about it more. You know, put energy into it and think about it. But the funny thing is when I was listening to this and I want to read something real quick. So another woman says, you know, another sister before Mr. type of woman was saying, she says, well, men always cheating. That's why she was thinking her man, you know, her husband was cheating. So she was in her rights to go through his phone. So my thing was, I told her, was like, well, dig this here. Men and women basically cheat at the same level at the same. No, they do not. So I pulled up something. It says, who cheats more, men or women? Well, men tend to cheat more than women, but there's evidence the infidelity gap is closing. This isn't due to the fact that men are having fewer affairs than they once did. Rather, it has to do with the fact that women are cheating more often than men are, or some data reveals. It says, before you react, there are some questions about that, you know, this largely self-reported data. Now, the thing is, back in the day, women used to stay at home all the time, so they didn't really have access to the outside world too much. You know, they were still getting it in with the neighbor or whatever, but we couldn't, you know, we didn't know about that. Yeah. Hey, mailman was coming through, you know, what Slick Rick said, come home and see the mailman, you know. Slick Rick told us about it.
The cool guy, the paper man, there was people coming around.
so women have always cheated. It's just that men, you know, they say men get caught more. And the funny thing is, they say, well, women are better at cheating than men. No, men don't tell when they're cheating with a woman that has a husband. Women that cheat with married men usually catch feelings, want to have a baby by them, and then they want to just put it all on social media. Now they want to pop up at the church with the baby like, look, Pastor, I got a baby by Deacon Williams right here, and he said he gonna leave his wife for me. And he lied, Pastor. He lied. But it's like, well, you knew he was, let me do it in my pastor voice. Well, you knew the man had a wife before you opened up your heavenly gates for him. Why'd you do it? Now he has a demon seed inside you because this baby was created through deception. Through deception, I'm telling you. What you gonna do? What you gonna do now? You're going down to Planned Parenthood? Are you gonna have this demon seed and raise it by yourself? What you gonna do? Well, I don't know. You know, but he said he was gonna leave his wife. Why would he leave his wife for you? You a hood rat. You'll never be more than that. You're a hood rat.
We came with you today. We came with you in the voices and all that today. That's the call the girl hood rat. Oh my legs.
See, that's why women don't get caught, because men don't talk. We don't care. Hey, we could be in the same room with the husband and be like, hey, what up, dog?
But see, that's what I was saying earlier, though. So here's the question then. Are you saying that men don't have that same intuition as women do? When we walk into the room, we can tell. Or you saying we
can tell, but I'm gonna tell you, we have that intuition. Yeah. But see, our pride doesn't want us to even believe that this woman that we put on this pedestal and we think is so just Christian-like. Especially when she in church. We don't think she want to be, we don't think the minister of music hitting it. You know what I'm saying?
See, and that's the thing. See, look, in The Best Man with Morris Chestnut and Tay Diggs, with The Best Man, and he said that he did all the dirt he wanted to do, and then when he thought he said it, he confessed it though. He said, "I knew." He said, "But I just didn't know that it was gonna be my best friend." That's what got him even more than her actually cheating, because he knew, he said, well, she was in her, in her right after all the stuff that he did, and she forgave him for.
And see, a lot of dudes will tell you they were never taught about the shoe being on the other foot. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
That's what I heard too.
So when your woman step out, it's like, I mean, I can remember as a young dude getting, catching up, my love of my life at that time, I'm like, man, so you really saw what to do, huh? I was like, I was thrown for a loop, I'm like 19 years old. So, but that right there taught me, I'm glad I had like a 25% of a heartbreak. I never had the full heartbreak. I had 25% because the homies caught me before the other 75 came through. You feel me?
Okay.
So, they hooked me up and took me to a strip club and got my mind right.
Okay, so that's the formula for getting your mind right. Ladies,
not for everybody.
Go ahead.
Hey, not for everybody, but it worked for me though. No, but seriously, having your heart broken at an early age.
Yes.
It helps you move and navigate a little bit differently, because now it's like I don't look at any woman as not having the ability to go out and cheat, or I'm more realistic about it. You know what I'm saying? And then I also had that also made me look at what it was I was doing where I was at. I'm slinging and banging. I'm just doing everything. But then I'm figuring that she's supposed to long distance still be faithful, and I wasn't. So that opened my eyes up to being accountable for my joints.
Okay.
Accepting the role I played and everything. Okay. And then it started helping me understand what karma is. And karma is one of those females that she don't care if it's a boy or a girl. She gonna make you pay that karmic debt back. And that's what I had to do.
That's good. So, karma is real. She is real.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. So in your mind, it got you because you said you was doing the same thing she was. Well, yeah, you was doing the same thing, but it just hit you hard when you found out she was.
Yeah, it was like, I'm a young dude. Like nobody told me about, they always told me about being the player, not the played.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? So then when I stepped up and found that, I was like, oh man, I had to step back. And the cool thing about it was I was around a lot of players and hustlers back there. I'm living in North Carolina on the Army base, so I'm around older guys. So they're talking to me like, dog, this is how this go. And my brother explained what life was in the whole 9 yards. And as they're explaining, I'm like, dang, but that joint don't feel good, man. Right. So if you're going to play the game, you got to understand the consequences of the game, and you got to understand the rules. And so now I understand the rules. So if I step out and do anything wrong in a relationship or whatever, I know that it's possibly going to come back. And all I can say is, man, I got hit up. Or just don't do it, period. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I've been the cheater and the cheated on.
Right. Well, we're talking about, go ahead.
And I don't call it cheating. I don't call it cheating. I call it teaching. You're being taught a lesson. Wow.
Yeah, well, we're talking about love, trust, and respect. Yeah. And then those three things are like that's like the foundation of a good relationship when you have it. Oh, yeah. But this is the thing that I've learned, and I don't know, and I found this out about myself through actually doing the podcast and pulling them all together, that 1, I'm a choleric personality, 2, I am a melancholy personality, and 3, I'm literal. That right there is a something unique, something different. But now I can go back and I can understand why I have the stance that I take, and why I'm so like focused on those stances when I say certain things, and I mean it I don't really live in an abstract world. That's why I pride myself on communication and just communicating. And if I get it wrong, come back and let's get it right. Let's talk about it. And people say, well, you always snatching the covers off of folks. Well, I don't mean to snatch the covers off, but that's what a literal person, a cleric personality, and then melancholy. I want to put a Band-Aid on and I want to hug you after I snatch the cover off.
I remember when Eddie Murphy and Boomerang pulled the cover off old girl toes and it was hammered toe. You know, that ugly feet. See what I'm saying? That I leave the covers on. Just leave them there.
No, it's too much. You gotta know. You gotta know. You be like, hey girl, I'm about to send you to go get them toes done because there's some fix for that. It's a
be like, yo, can you cut them off and get new ones?
See, no. Yeah, those was kind of messed up in Boomerang. That scared me.
Like, man, were you a dancer? I mean, did you do ballerina?
That is crazy. That is crazy. So tell us a little bit more. That lady, well, let's talk a little bit more about that because that just tripped me out if I heard that, you know, she kind of, well, so you honestly don't think there is any way to come back from that?
You know what? Just say, and you know, there's two scenarios. One scenario where he's done with her. I can't even be around you no more. You make me sick to my stomach and you got to go. Right. And then that's the scenario where they come together and she says, I'm sorry. But the thing is, she not only violated him, but the family is going to look at her a certain type of way because she created a situation that this man was responsible for telling his wife about. You know, she didn't leave the brother-in-law a chance to come clean. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah. No, yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. You go first.
Well, what I was gonna say is she didn't give him a chance to come clean about it, and we don't even know if it's his child or not. Mm-hmm. You know, it's one of them things that it could be not, but. I just remember in my situation, damn, it was, you know, it's like, nah, boy, nah. I love my baby. It's
another point to it, too. It's another point that we missed. The wife that was reported to, because in Girls Trip, the wife knew, but the issue was her girlfriends found out, and so they pulled her to the side to tell her that her husband was tripping with an Instagram model. Actually, was having an affair with an Instagram model, and when the girls told her, she was like, "Look, I understand. I know. I already know." But I don't want this trip to be about that. I want to go and enjoy myself. Okay. I want to have fun. I want to enjoy myself. And the girls were mad. So her girlfriends were mad about the situation. One, she didn't. And so we're not even understanding that the other part of this whole thing that this lady just violated was their wife may have already known. You don't know what's going on in their family. Sometimes the wife actually, if she forgives and accepts this, sometimes the wife end up taking care of that other baby.
A lot of times that happens.
So she don't know the whole dynamics when you go put your nose into somebody else's business. That's one thing. And then I want to go back to the trust part because this is something I experienced. The trust part, I don't know, I'm just going to say for me, when the trust was broken, even though I still tried to forgive and be back into the relationship, I'm not even going to say it was never the same. And it never got better. It kept getting worse. Right. It kept getting worse because oftentimes when you meet somebody, you know, and you have that great conversation or what have you, and you start establishing that bond and you start establishing the trust between each other, the love, the respect, and all of these things. It's like when you find that when that person cheats on you or, you know, whatever, and that's what I found it to be, you no longer see that person the same. And it's right. And
that's true. That's definitely true.
It's just gone, and you can try, but it's always that little. Even when you say, "Okay, I forgive," but it's like, "Okay, I forgive," and maybe we don't even know how to completely forgive in that arena because not only did you put yourself in jeopardy, especially with all the we're not even gonna talk about the diseases that are out here and things, but you put yourself in jeopardy, but you also put my life in jeopardy. So how much do you really care about me if you're putting my life in jeopardy? My life. So that's how I saw it. And again, once the trust was broken, it's just really very, very challenging to even go back, because what you are now leaving your partner to deal with is every time you walk out the door, now the trust is gone. Is he really doing what he says he's doing? Is he really this or is he really that? So that's when you have people to start sending out private investigators and looking through phones and all this other stuff. So we also, and I'll just go back to her, I really don't have any defense for her, except for her snooping could have been a part of maybe him not being faithful. Something that triggered that. Again, I'm saying I'm not giving her an excuse, but when you start having those, if it's not something that you're doing, then why are you not trusting your husband?
But see, the thing is though, obviously she must have found that he wasn't doing anything, because the whole thing was about the brother. And this is just speculation, because we don't know, but she's talking about the brother-in-law. And the thing is, it's like, okay, maybe she had this thing in her mind that, like you said, women's intuition and all this other stuff. Sometimes it could be wrong. Sometimes you could be on the wrong channel, because I know we say we have to watch people and their patterns, and when their pattern changes, then something must be wrong. But we also got to understand that people grow, people do things, and people, it's like I'm not the same person I was 3 years ago. I do stuff now that I didn't do. It's like, man, somebody introduced me to something. It's like, oh man, that's kind of dope. So that doesn't mean that a person is, we got to get out this. See, I think we live too much in a cliche world. If this happens, this is happening. No, that's not the truth. We have to look at the picture and understand that we as people, we grow. We're going to do things. We're going to do things differently. Like, hey, I'm a t-shirt guy. Just because I put on a t-shirt, a shirt with a collar on it, that don't mean I'm going out to cheat. It just mean like, damn.
Where you going? What you doing? No, but
right.
this is my point too. It's like, that's why I say, and that's why I put so much emphasis on learning your partner. And I don't mean surface learning your partner. I mean actually taking the time out, and that really shows the type of person that you are, to be caring enough to take the time out of whatever your busy schedule is or whatever it is, but to put your relationship as a priority. Because a lot of times we don't. Our relationship is secondary to everything else. So we run it around halfway, mystery clues and scavenger hunts, trying to know who this person is that we've actually married. We put more emphasis in on everything else. But this is the thing, when you actually know your partner, then I think that helps you to be more, to be able to live in a loving space, a trusting space, a respected place. Because what I'm saying about this whole scenario that it just thought about was, maybe she do know her partner, and this time maybe he was not caught doing anything. And I'm not giving her excuse, because what she did all the way was wrong, totally. But I'm just saying, to totally dissect it, maybe she do know her husband, and maybe he is one that does cheat. And maybe she said, I forgive you, but she didn't forgive him. Because if you forgave him, then you're not keep snooping, trying to find out what he's doing. Right. If you're really able to, which I think is almost nearly impossible, to just totally forget that. But some people say that they can, and they've worked through the issue, and they went to counseling, and they did whatever to reset themselves and really forgive it. But I think that you carry this when your partner cheats or something, and I'll throw myself out there. When I was married, I didn't know that my ex-husband had a gambling problem, among some other stuff. I didn't know it until one day money kept disappearing and stuff. So those are the clues that tell you something wrong. When money started disappearing, and, you start catching lies and all this other stuff. But I lifted up the trunk one day, used this car to go to the store, went to use the trunk, and there was so many lottery tickets in there. They started flying in the wind when I shut the door, when I shut it down. So he was hiding them in the trunk. Wow. And you start uncovering different things. So I'm saying that, But see, the trust had already been broken, and I wasn't looking for it. I was trying to put groceries in the trunk. But I'm just saying that when you break that trust, then you're living in a different type of a a different type of a space at that point if you haven't gone through the therapy and the counseling and you really uncovered and got rid of whatever that issue was. If you don't and you're trying to walk forward, you still have this nagging feeling 24/7 every time your partner leaves. And what kind of life is that?
It's torture.
It is.
It's torture. You know, that's one of the reasons why I believe that, you know, women should not sit at home, because the idle mind is the devil's playground, as they say. You know, and I know that's another cliche, but if you sit at home with nothing to do, you're gonna start wondering and you're gonna start snooping. Because you're bored, you have nothing to do. Then, you know, it's just things that we could do to not go through it. And then one is communication, open communication. If you know, we talked about it before, you know, how come, you know, in the early stages of relationships, hey, we talk, we laugh, we talk about everything under the sun. There's no restrictions. But as soon as we say, hey, I love you, let's get together, let's make it exclusive. As soon as we make that connection and we're together, all of a sudden we can't talk about this anymore. We can't do this. You know, it's like, wow, we used to laugh, we used to joke, we used to do all these things. Now everything is so serious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, I understand that money is a very valuable thing now, and always have been. I don't want to sit and talk about money all day, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to talk about business all day. Let's mix it up. Let's talk about stuff that let's talk about socks with holes in it or something. You know, let's mix it up. Let's you know, let's step outside of the box that we put ourselves in. A lot of times we put ourselves in boxes to be with people sometimes. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why not? Let's not put a box. Let's expand it or something, because when we put ourselves in this box and then one of us starts stepping out that box, and it's not necessarily to cheat, it's just to explore new options on living. All of a sudden, oh, something wrong. Like, whoa.
See, that's so good. That's so good, because I'm about to go here, okay? And so one of the other things that people have issue with when you're talking about growing and expanding is you're trying something new sexually, and they think, who did you learn that from? Instead of you went to learn something, whether it's a movie, whether it's a book, or whether it's whatever, because you wanted to keep it excited and spicy. But that's another area that people have an issue with people growing in instead of embracing it. But I think it goes back to knowing your partner and trusting your partner.
I was at the strip club and boom, boom, Bonita jumped off the stage, did a handstand in high heels.
Well, see, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Okay, let me go find some high heels. Ladies, listen up. Wait a minute, what color was the high heel, Cherrard?
They were multicolor.
Okay, so www.somebody.com. How do I find some multicolored heels? Was there a pole involved, Cherrard?
Hey, you know what? Hey, contrary to popular belief, I hate them strip poles. Those are stupid.
Okay, here, wait a minute. Amazon, take back your strip pole. He don't like that one. Okay, what else did you say, ladies? Do you hear me? What else did you say, huh?
It's why do we have to restrict ourselves? You know, why do we have to say, no, we're married. Let's just kick it. Let's do stuff. Let's talk about stuff. You know, if you're a guy that don't like to travel, dog, get rid of that mindset. If she want to travel somewhere, jump on a plane with her and go somewhere. You know, if you're a woman that I don't like going to the gun shop, hey, just drop that one day and just go to the gun shop with them. You know, you might get intrigued by like, oh, sure, that's a cute little pink little gun. And it actually kill people. Yes, it does. It kill people. It's just pink. You know,
why I gotta be pink? No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Hey, look, let me see if where all the feminists and gender people are.
Excuse me. Why I gotta be pink? No, but I get it. I get it. Do
hey, you can put anything you want on it. Hey,
that's what I'm talking about.
But the thing is, we gotta have our mind open to doing new things. Hey, I don't mind going shopping with a woman. It doesn't bother me. If you tell me, hey, Cherrard, you know, want to go shopping with me? All right. I'll go with you. I don't have a problem with holding your purse in public or none of that stuff. My manhood is intact. I mean, give me the purse. I'm gonna hold it and sit here like look stupid like the rest of the dudes that's sitting out in the aisle. With, what you here for? You know, man. She said she was gonna find a pair of shoes, but she said that 3 hours ago, right? Yeah. She been through 103 pair of shoes. I didn't count all of them. Be like, how old are you, old timer? I'm 80 years old, and I've been in this store. We've been here. Let me see now. Like, what you been here? A couple hours? Joe, no, we've been here a couple of decades. She hasn't left yet. and when you get a woman, this is what's going to happen to you. You're going to get old in this seat right here.
So you're saying, so in all of those voices and characters, you're saying support. That's what I got out of it. Support the joint mission, the individual mission. Just support each other.
It's just get out here, self. Man. It's not. Do things that your partner like to do, you know, and have fun. You know, don't go into it like, oh, we about to do such and such. Man, have, you know, accept it for what it is. You know, if that's all you can do is just accept it for what it is, that might make you ain't gotta be, oh man, this is great. She just wants you there, or he just wants you there.
Yeah.
Just do that. And you know, hell, be like, yo, we going to my parents' house. Oh my God, we got to go to the parents' house. Okay. I gotta listen to your daddy's same old war stories. Oh my God.
yes, and yes. And so, well, you know where I'll be cruising on over to to the Dear Future Wifey podcast, and one of the episodes I really enjoyed. Wait, why am I talking like this? I don't do voices. I'm a doggone chameleon. What am I doing here? I do voices. So the Dear Future Wifey podcast, and they were talking about service. And people always talk about how they want a relationship and they want to be in a relationship. They're tired of being single and or whatever. But what they don't get the point is that when you get into a relationship, you give up self for service. And it's about you serving one another. And I thought that was a key point. I think that's something that people forget about. So if you really want a relationship that's full of love, trust, and respect, understand that it is about serving your partner. And if your partner's serving you, ta-da!
And I would like to modify that. I mean, I agree with it to a certain extent, but you don't have to give up self. You just have to invert it. So whereas back in the day, it was all about self and everybody else, when you're in a relationship, now it's like this. You invert it. So now it's about us, and then self. You know, you take care of yourself here and there and stuff like that. You know.
Yeah,
I was like, get your toes done, you know, make sure you knock all that hard dead skin off the back of your heels and stuff, because you don't want to be scratching and scraping up the paneling, you know, and the wood on the floor when you walk with no socks on and stuff. You know, hard.
Here, rare form today, y'all.
Hard feet, you know.
No. I don't mean give up. I don't mean give up your individuality. I don't mean give up your self-time. But I mean that it's no longer about being selfish or just about you.
Oh yeah.
You're going to serve your partner, and you know, I mean, you have to learn how to get that, you know, just do that balance is what we talked about. So
you're
I think people forget about the service. I think people forget about the service, and a part of it is what's in it for me. It's always what's in it for me, and what can you do for me. But if you get that out of the equation, and you're serving out of a place of love for that person, you're serving, and they're serving, then I mean, wow, and you're communicating. These seem like simple concepts that we all just, you know, seem like it's missed. I'm not gonna say we all, but I think
it is missed, because I mean, I believe that we've been tainted with so much negativity about relationships. And what's some Willow Smith? I even hate to bring this woman's this young child's name up, but she said something about marriage. Monogamy seems to be oppressive towards women.
I heard.
So that. I said, you know what? If women were as oppressed as they say they are, you wouldn't win 99.95% of the court cases when it comes to divorce. You know, the man wouldn't be walking out of court like, man, I got to pay $700 a week, man. You know, it wouldn't, you know, child support cases will be largely won by men. Mm-hmm. You wouldn't have a voice to even complain about anything because a man would say, yo, no. You got women that own businesses. You have a lot of women politicians. So when women say they're being oppressed, I'm not saying that there aren't situations where women are being, their growth is not, you know, they're not able to grow, because you got some men that put their foot on their woman's neck like, yo, I'll take care of you. You don't have to do nothing. You just got to just be pretty. That's it. You know, and that's me paying the cost to be the boss. You know, I'm just saying as a whole, you know, we have to stop this gender war. We literally have a gender war going on right now, you know, and everybody's pointing the finger at, you know, I joke around about it a lot. Yo, the women do this. For everything a woman says a man does, a man can say a woman does, and vice versa. It just is what it is. Cheaters cheat. Cheating is not a gender-based action. It's just an action, you know. And these are the things that we have to stop looking at. We have to we have to separate the action from the gender and look at it for what it is. And people cheat. Okay. People are sometimes not loyal. That's not a woman trait. It's not a man trait. It's just a trait of a person that's not loyal. So and what I'm saying is when this young lady, it all started to be this young lady felt a certain kind of way. Maybe her husband was moving differently or whatever. So she felt a need to go into the phone. If you were looking for something about your husband and you didn't find it, you should have stopped right there. Okay, he's not cheating. Good. But now you violated your husband and your relationship and the trust, but now you went and violated somebody else's relationship. You had no business being in. He didn't come to you and say, baby, you know what? Jack over here cheating on his wife and may have a baby. He didn't come to you. He didn't feel like it was none of your business. And sometimes stuff like, I don't want to know if, hey baby, my sister, I don't know nothing. I don't want to know nothing about nothing. You know, I just don't. I don't want my head filled with none of that stuff, because what am I going to do? I'm not going to tell. I'm not going to, because when you tell, you're usually the one that's on the outside when it's all said and done, because guess what? Hey, bro, me and my brother had a rule. If you catch my woman cheating, don't tell me, show me.
Yeah.
Take me to it. You know, where's she at? She over at her boy's house. Let's ride over there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, just take me over there now.
See, yeah. Hey, with you today. We just came. We found him in Red Ford today, y'all.
Is she cheating? What street she on?
What's found him in Red Ford today, y'all. We found him in Red Ford today. I tell you, it was something I was getting ready to say, but he put that thing going on. I kind of forgot what I was supposed to say. You know, but true. I mean, it is true that whole thing, that whole dynamic was wrong, and she just messed up on so many different levels. And like we said before, we agree, Cherrard. You rubbing off on me. I didn't say somebody was cooked.
Her goose is cooked.
Her goose is cooked.
Clam chowder.
Man, man,
it's done. So just get her a nice gym bag, put her pennies and her bras in the gym bag, probably little footy socks.
He done put her in the gym bag, y'all. He not even gonna give her the look. He hard. He
No, she
violated. She
violated.
Yeah, she did. I think I'm with you, Cherrard. I'll probably give her a luggage. I mean, she might have a little bit more than something to put in the luggage, but
I mean, I'm gonna give her one of them little zip ties to put her little perfumes in. You know how you
know what we done. You done cooked her, you done served her up, and then warmed it up the leftovers. What are your final thoughts on love and happiness in the Al Green studio today? The love, trust, and respect.
Well, my final thoughts on it is this. coming into a relationship, two people must be happy before they even get to a relationship. My happiness and your happiness is not dependent upon how another person treats you. It's how you treat yourself. Now we get together, like you said, we're going to do the interrogation thing. We're going to learn one another. We're going to learn each other, love language. That's what we're going to do. And from there, we're going to have open communication. We're going to compromise. We're going to cooperate. We're going to have all the 5 C's going on. And then we're going to take it from there. And then we're going to always have an open mind to try new things.
That's good. And
so that's
you
what I
forgot
think we
one.
should do.
You forgot one, Cherrard. One major one.
What's that?
We're gonna abstain the game.
Oh, we're in a relationship now.
We're abstaining to game until we get married. That's what we're doing. Yep.
No,
the mic is in my court. Look, keep fighting now. The mic is in my court.
No. We abstain the game. Who said that?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. There's somebody under my desk talking.
Guess what? No, and I learned something else too. There's a potent seed that you're saving for your husband or your wife. Ooh, that's another podcast.
Wait a minute. I think I see a little guy running around. Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, she full of it. Yeah, she full of it.
You know what? Are we done? We taking this mic. We taking the mic out the Al Green studio today. But anyhow, I agree with everything Cherrard said about the love, trust, and respect.
Hey, you got your smoothie time apron back there.
I do. Cool. See? Wow. Oh, wait a minute. No, we got to plug. Yeah. This is the fine work of my co-host, Mr. Cherrard. And he did such an amazing job on our It's Smoothie Time aprons and coordinating the colors and all of that. You all, we're gonna put this information down in the description box.
And I got my book too. I got my Smoothie Time book.
Yeah. See, look, don't be telling folks. I keep telling everybody they gotta wait for the they gotta wait for the book signing. Now you done busted me out.
Hey,
we also gonna be streaming the book signing. We're gonna be streaming that on July the 10th. So everybody, make sure that send us an email or something. We'll let you know where the book signing is going to be. And hey, it's smoothie time, y'all. Yes, Thank you so much for your support, sir. I appreciate you.
Oh no, I appreciate you as well.
Well, don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. Share this information with someone else. Bye for now. Don't forget, stay fearless.